When we take multiple images into Camera Raw and make edits to them, we then have the ability to save out all of the files at once, which can really help boost our productivity. So let's select these 3 images that all have the sepia tone preset applied to them, and then use Command or Control R in order to open them in Camera Raw. Now I do want to make a specific adjustment to each one of these images. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm saving out a file that's exactly 4:6 at 300 pixels per inch. If I select the crop tool and merely choose 4:6, or in this case 2:3, which is the same aspect ratio, when I drag out the crop tool, you'll notice that it doesn't say that it's 4:6 inches down here. Every time I move the crop, it does give me a different number of pixels that are included in that crop, but it's not defining it as a specific size. So in order to do that, I'm going to select the custom option from the crop tool, and I'm going to change the crop from a ratio 2 inches. And then I'm going to type in 4:6 and click OK. Now you can see that I'm cropping down to a specific size, 4:6 inches at 300 pixels per inch. Even if I change the crop marquee, when I save this file out, Camera Raw is being told to save it at an exact specific size. If it needs to resample down and throw away pixels to get to that size, it will. And if it needs to interpolate up and add pixels to this file, it will. I've defined the exact size that I want. So let's move to the next image, and I will also crop this image. You'll notice that it was sticky, so it's going to crop this image at 4:6 inches as well. I don't want to select that right now, otherwise it will uncheck it. So I'm just going to move my cursor outside of the drop-down menu before I release it. Then I will click and drag to drag out my crop, tap the Enter key to apply that crop, and move to the last image, tapping the C key again to make sure I have my crop tool, and dragging out that crop. So now all 3 of these images have been modified. They've all got the same crop, 4:6 inches at 300 pixels per inch. The 300 pixels per inch is actually defined in my workflow settings. If I needed to change that, I could click on the hyperlink and then change the resolution right here. But for now, 300 pixels per inch is perfect. I'll click OK, and then I'll select all of my images and then choose Save Images. Here, I can choose to save them in the same location, or I can select a folder if I want to save them somewhere else. For now, we'll save them in the same location. I'll rename them. I just want to add an extension, in this case underscore, and then I'm going to enter in 4:6 so that I'll know that these are my 4:6 inch images. And I'll export these as Photoshop files with just the copyright and contact information. I don't want to preserve the crop pixels. I actually want Camera Raw to throw away any of the pixels that were outside of that crop marquee, and then I'll choose Save. You could see there for a brief moment that Camera Raw was processing those files. Now, if we had 100 or 200 images processing, we could still go in and click Save Images again if we wanted to save these as a different file format. So let's say, for example, I also need these to be JPEG files. I'll save the JPEG files in the same location with the quality of 8. Click Save, and again, you can see it. There's 3, 2, and 1 remaining. Excellent. Now I would be finished, so I can click Done. And when we return back to Bridge, you can see that I have my original JPEG files. Those are the ones that are highlighted. And then I have the PSD files, those Photoshop documents that I just saved off. And I also have the 4:6 JPEGs here as well. So saving directly from within Camera Raw can be a really fast and easy way to save out multiple copies of our files in different formats for different uses.